All right, rant number two already. Feels like this is a lot easier for me to do these rants because I'm only keeping it to 5 minutes. 5 minutes. That's it. Keeping it to 5 minutes. Okay, so the past few days have been quite interesting because, as pretty much everybody knows, a former president of the United States who is running again, uh, took a round of the ear basically. And the conspiracy theories have been all over the place. And I find it really, really funny. One of the ones that annoys me the most, especially because I always complain about this at work all the time. So we're going to talk about this one. And we're going to jump right into it here. Once I pull the page up. Okay. So here's some blowhard politician. This post is actually from, was it 2 days ago now? 3 days ago. It's from 3 days ago. So I'm going to see if he has an update to this one, but I don't think he does because Trump is still wearing a bandage on his ear. But we'll talk about his comment, and then we'll talk about what I was just referring to before. Okay, so here's his comment. You would think someone would inquire about Trump's medical report, if for no other reason than Trump has not provided any medical updates or information. Neither has the hospital that treated him. He got shot in the ear. That's the medical update. Outside of Trump telling us he's fine, how severe was the wound? Did he lose part of his ear? Bullets do terrible things to flesh. How long for recovery? He's recovered. He has a bandage over it. It's okay. Will the wound require cosmetic surgery? Probably not. What about reports that it may not have been a bullet which wounded him, but glass from the shattered teleprompter? If I miss such reports from his campaign or the hospital, please post. Thank you. All right. I should say a lot to unpack here, but not really. It's really not a lot to unpack. It's very simple. I've already answered almost all those questions, and the thing that bugs me the most is that shattered glass comment, because so many people are like, oh well, he didn't really get shot. He just took glass from the teleprompter. Number one, even if that was true, and who knows if we'll ever know if that was true or not. Even if that was true, who cares? The shattered glass is still a byproduct of the shooting, and it's so funny because I deal with this stuff all the time where I work. I've dealt with multiple people, and I know other cops from hearing on the radio have dealt with multiple people where it's like a car will get shot up, and then it'll be like, oh well, call an ambulance for a person shot, and then they investigate it, or the cops look at it, or a detective looks at it, and then they're like, oh well, you know what? Technically, you're not shot. It's just glass. So then they reclassify it as a person not getting shot, and so that's how you mess with statistics and numbers in a police department. It's so annoying because it's still a result of the bullet. So it's just stupid semantics. I mean, for perfect example is I had one uh, case where a car got shot up. They argued with somebody else, and then somebody got out of the car and shot up the back of their car. And for whatever reason, because there was like five people in the car, there was a female sitting in the back trunk area because it was like a almost like a minivan. So the back trunk area like pops up, and then she was just sitting there, and it went through the back of the door, the trunk door, and then hit her. And when they went to the hospital, she like couldn't walk. It was hard for her to walk. And when they went to the hospital, they checked her up and down, and they were like, we're just making sure. And the long story short is she had a huge bruise on her ass cheek, like this big, but from the bullet, but the bullet speed stopped so much from the car deflecting the shot that she technically wasn't shot. So they're like, well, technically you're not shot. So my whole point with this rant is that it doesn't matter if he took a piece of glass or if he took a bullet to the ear because it's still byproduct of the shooting, and on top of that, you're still talking about millimeters of a difference, centimeters of a difference between it just missing his ear, which can't be disputed because even if those glass shards came and magically hit his ear, but didn't hit anywhere else in the face, by the way, even if it just hit his ear and nothing else on his face, between that or just missing or just another couple centimeters over, and it would have been a completely different topic we would have been all talking about across this country. It shouldn't matter. The whole point is that he was shot. That's it. It's pretty insane that we're even having to have this conversation. All right, that's my rant about some conspiracy theories, and I will have some more rants about it later. Almost 5 minutes. Dang, 6 minutes. Anywho, see you later. Until next time. So close to 6 minutes or to 5.